Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make the best portobello mushroom and halloumi wrap. Now halloumi is so tasty and it's becoming increasingly popular, so this is a wrap that I found that you can have for lunch or you can have it for dinner if you're not feeling too hungry, and it's something that's really quick to make and it's just so tasty. So let's just go straight into it. What I'm going to do, the ingredients, and then share with you how I'm going to cook it all. So for this wrap, I'm going to be using a tablespoon of mayonnaise, and I'm going to be chopping up some coriander to put in it in a little while. And I have got a tablespoon of homemade tomato chutney. Now check out in the future for my video on how to make the tomato chutney. It's really easy, and if you've got loads of tomatoes that you don't know what to do with, then it's a really good recipe. If you don't want to make your own, you could buy it, that's fine, or you could buy some chili jam, or kind of experiment with whatever kind of chutneys that you can find or that are local to buy. I've got my fabulous portobello mushroom, I have got just half a block of halloumi, and then I have got some Cos crunchy lettuce. You could use iceberg or some rocket. It's just really what I've got in the fridge. So the first thing that I am going to do is to prepare the ingredients that are going to be ready to cook. So I've made sure that there's no dirt on my mushroom, and I'm just going to cut this into strips like so. And then with the halloumi, again, I'm going to cut them into slices. Try and get them the same size so they cook at the same time. But there's little prep for this, and it's really simple. If you like, then you could make other things like quesadillas, or you could make other types of wraps. If you don't want to use all of the wraps that you buy, then don't let them go to waste or go off. Freeze them. They are so easy to freeze, and then when they defrost it takes like literally a few minutes. So there's no reason for you to be wasting your tortilla wraps. So I've just cut that mushroom and the halloumi, and now I'm just going to turn on my hob to a medium to high heat. Now I don't use any oil for this, some people do, but I don't. I just tend to think that the halloumi will cook nicely without the oil, and the mushroom, again, I don't think it needs any oil either. So I'm going to put the mushroom on like so. And I can already start to hear it sizzle, which is a really good sign. Play around with the heat. If it's too hot, then obviously you just turn it down because you don't want it to burn. Now put my mushroom on first because it's going to take just slightly longer to cook than the halloumi. Whilst that's cooking, I've also got ready my tortilla wrap, and I'm going to do a close-up view of how to wrap it so it doesn't all fall apart. Whilst that is cooking on there, I'm now just going to give it a few minutes, and I'm just going to chop up my coriander ready to put in my mayonnaise. Now, coriander's chopped up, and all I'm going to do is just sprinkle it into the mayonnaise and give it a really good stir. I just think this adds a lot of flavour. If you don't have any coriander, don't go out your way and buy some. It's not that vital to the recipe. I just think it does just add a little bit of kick, and like I said, if you've got it, then you might as well use it. So that is nicely mixed. I'll leave the spoon in there because we'll need it for later on. Now the mushroom started to cook on that side, so using some tongs, I'm just going to flip it over, and then I'm going to put on the halloumi. Woo, you can hear it sizzle. So the way that you're going to cook this is you're going to keep an eye on the halloumi. Once it's gone and you've got little specks of brown on the one side, you're then going to turn it over and cook it slightly again. Once it's cooked, you're going to set that to one side, or just turn down the heat so it's really low, but just keeping it warm. Now with the lettuce, I'm just going to cut this up, not into thin strips, I'm just going to roughly cut it up. Now for the wrap, I'm going to go into a close-up version, so I'll see you in a second. So you'll start off and put this mayonnaise with the coriander onto the base of the tortilla. and you're just going to spread that about. Try and put a little bit at the top, and I'll tell you why. So make sure it's nicely spread. Then what you're going to do is you're going to add your chutney or your chili jam or whatever you've desired to put on. And then again, you're going to spread that out nice and evenly. You are then going to add your halloumi. So hopefully, because I've got a close-up, you'll be able to see the colour of the halloumi. So it's nicely toasted on each side. So you don't want to put it right at the edges here, because you're going to be tucking those in. So there's no point in going right to the ends. So you want it nicely laid out into the middle. Then with the mushrooms, what I've done is I've tried to squeeze off all the excess juice that there is. And that is so that when you bite into it, a load of juice just doesn't fall out. So I put that on, and then I'm just going to finish it off with some lettuce. Now what I do, and this is the easiest way that I find and it holds it together, is so you grab the sides like so and you fold them in. Then you put your thumbs underneath that layer, and then you use it to tuck in and roll. That extra bit of mayo that you put on the side helps it stay into place. So the next thing that I do that helps it seal is that I toast it where it has got the flap, and then it also holds together a lot easier. So I'll go back to the big view. I've just wiped the frying pan that had the halloumi and mushroom in, and I've just placed it on the folded side ready to toast. So I've got it on a medium to high heat, and I'm just going to check this over. And you want it to just go slightly golden brown on the one side, and it just helps it seal. So that is toasted nicely on the one side. So I'll try and show you here. So if you can see here, hopefully, it's nice and toasted on the one side. You're then going to put it on your plate. Let's move this out of the way. And then I always cut it in half at an angle. Nice and carefully. So you've got all of the lovely halloumi and mushroom. Then you eat and enjoy. If you want to watch any more videos, I've got loads coming up, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications button. All of the recipe ingredients are always in the description, so if you've missed anything, then you can have a look at that. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be with you as soon as I can. So I'll see you again.